Well, Glenn Alexander Crowther is a senior fellow at the Centre for European Policy Analysis. He joins me now live from Washington, D.C. Thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. So why are they doing this now?
Well, part of the issue going on with the Russian invasion of Ukraine is air forces, and the Russian Air Force just has not performed very well at all. The other part is reinforcing the East. When the war kicked off, there were 4,000 NATO troops between the three Baltic states and Poland. Now they go all the way from Romania to Estonia. And so reinforcing that is going to require air power as well. So just as we saw the Scandinavian air forces unite into one tool a couple of months ago, uniting their 250 aircraft, this is practicing everybody from the United States and within Europe, first of all, deploying to Germany, and then the two target states are Estonia and Romania.
Should we read into the scale of this thing? Is this a routinely held event? When was the last one held?
Oh, they haven't been holding these for years, mainly due to COVID. It was very hard to have big exercises. And we didn't do a whole lot of air type exercises in the mid-2010s. Most of them, there was air support for them. For instance, the big airborne exercise in Poland obviously required lots of air support. But this one in particular focuses on the air arm because the NATO and its partners have a decisive advantage in the air.
And you've talked about the significant amount of air power being involved in this event. This is inevitably going to be sending strong messages to countries like Russia.
Absolutely. It's designed specifically to send a strong message to Russia. NATO is kind of reinventing themselves in the wake of the unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. And now it's defend forward. It's not defend in depth. And so part of defend forward is the ability to move forces very fast to the Eastern Front. So they've deployed a bunch of forces forward, both ground and air forces. And now this is showing that NATO is ready to deploy the logistics assets that are going to support this. This matches with an exercise they did last fall to do ground logistics. And so it's all one large combined whole.
And beyond the air power, what sort of things will they be focusing on during the 11 days? Is it a case of communication, how certain levels talk to each other?
Well, one very big part of NATO is interoperability. So they can all use the same air refueling tankers, and they can all talk to each other and things like that. But most air operations are national level operations until you get into a war. So it's really important to practice the Germans talking to the Spanish, talking to the British, talking to the Americans.
OK, Glenn Alexander Crowther, Senior Fellow at the Centre for European Policy Analysis. Thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour.
Thank you.